Neve Campbell has long captivated audiences with a presence that's both commanding and understated, a rare combination that defines her enduring appeal. While many know her best as the resilient Sidney Prescott from the Scream franchise, Neve's career tells a richer story, one of elegance, artistic depth, and a quiet sensuality that never needed to scream for attention. Born on October 3, 1973 in Guelph, Ontario, Neve's journey to stardom began with ballet, training at the National Ballet School of Canada, where she honed her discipline, grace, and physical expression. That foundation would later translate into her acting, giving her performances a natural poise and emotional fluency few could match. Though the stage first drew her in, it wasn't long before television came calling, and with it, fame. She rose to prominence with Party of Five, 1994-2000, portraying the emotionally layered Julia Salinger. Viewers immediately connected with her vulnerability and quiet strength, and she quickly became one of the most admired young actresses of the era. But it was Scream, 1996, that transformed Neve into a household name and a legend of the horror genre. Her role as Sidney Prescott redefined the final girl trope. She was fierce, flawed, and deeply human. Over 5 films, Neve gave Sidney a soul, turning fear into a form of power. Off-screen, Neve's allure was more subdued, never chasing tabloid headlines, never succumbing to flash. But when she stepped onto the red carpet or appeared in rare editorial shoots, she radiated a different kind of glamour. In elegant poses and carefully styled looks, Neve could be seen in sheer pantyhose, glossy tights, vintage stockings, and minimalist bodysuits that subtly highlighted her dancer's physique. Her style was never loud. It was refined, sexy in a way that whispered rather than shouted. Throughout the late 90s and early 2000s, she embraced roles in bold, artistic films like The Company and When Will I Be Loved, showing not just acting range but creative courage. At the same time, her fashion choices reflected the same spirit: chic lingerie sets, tasteful nylons, high stockings, and classic silhouettes that spoke to her timeless beauty. She was the definition of modern classic. Think old Hollywood meets 90s minimalism, all anchored by her signature quiet confidence. Her rare photos in bikinis, sheer tights, and silky nylon ensembles often surface today as reminders of her effortless elegance. Whether in a two-piece by the beach or a sleek dress paired with high-shine hosiery, Neve's look has always been consistent, natural, poised, and eternally tasteful. She never tried to reinvent herself for trends. She was the trend for those who appreciated authenticity. Unlike many of her peers, Neve never relied on shock or spectacle to stay in the spotlight. Her power was in the stillness, in the emotional depth she brought to her roles, and the subtle sensuality she exuded in every photo. Her presence didn't demand attention, it earned it. Today, Neve Campbell remains a beloved and respected figure, not only in film but in fashion memory. With each return to the screen, she reminds us that true beauty doesn't fade with time, it deepens. Her rare and iconic images in pantyhose, tights, stockings, and bikinis capture more than physical beauty. They embody an essence: strength wrapped in softness, elegance layered with authenticity. Neve Campbell is more than a scream queen. She is a quiet force, a fashion muse, and an actress who defined an era with grace, power, and unwavering class.